You think people shouldn't wear seatbelts?
Yes.
Because obviously drunk driving, bad.
No, it's not.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't care.
How was 2023, bro?
That thing sucked.
What?
I drove a 2004 Buick for a year almost.
Buying cars for girls as gifts.
That's the most annoying thing that would ever happen, ever.
Could you land a plane?
Yes.
You think you're better than me?
Oh, 100%.
What do you think about me shutting down Ever Forward?
That's great.
Watch your mouth. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Don't Be Sour, the final episode ever. Wait, no, it's 2024 when this comes out. It's 2024.
The first episode.
We're back with Joe. Joe episode.
Woo!
I had to reset these cameras up, so if they're all like goofy angles, I invested a whole bunch of money, so I never need to move these cameras again.
Someone's gonna trip over one. Dog's gonna hit it.
If anyone comes in this room that's not authorized by Maxx Tuning,
I gotta put a camera in here.
yeah, we do. What's up, dude?
Not much.
2023.
Oh, wait, you weren't talking to me?
Over.
I think I'm sick, so I told you this ahead of time, but I feel like I should say something. Like if I seem a little off, I'm dealing with a lot of.
Wait, did you get the vax?
I didn't. I don't think this is that though. This is.
Did you get the boost? Can you get the boost out of the vax?
I don't fucking know.
If you just get the boost, is that just a vax, or what's the difference of those?
Just how big of a vagina you are.
I have
just
both.
Continues to grow.
I think I've gotten.
I know.
I've gotten the jib jab 3 times.
I can't wait, dude. 5 years from now, I'm like, did you or a loved one get the vaccine of 2023 or whatever? And I'm like, Max.
Or
Max did.
it's going to be the vice versa. You know what I heard? I heard someone say that because the vid was started in China.
I don't know. You can't say that, dude.
Isn't that? People say that
Depends on who you talk to.
I heard on the internet, which means it might be true, but it's not, that they created the vid because they launched TikTok at the same time so that TikTok could go up. I heard that. That's a wild take. But when you think about it,
That's a conspiracy theory.
Would that be a conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
So you weren't instantly against it either.
No, I mean, I did. At this point, anything will. Hey, can you come here?
We have both the dogs in here. Joe has a
lay down.
a Doberman Pinscher
Yes.
named Senna.
Yeah.
Best friends with a Golden Doodle named Dude.
Senna and Dude.
Real exciting stuff. 2023 over. I mean, we're in the final. It is the 30th right now as of filming this. Tomorrow, New Year's Eve. This video goes live first day of 2024. How was 2023, bro? What's the Joe wrap up? You had Spotify, but like, what's the?
It's the Joe Wrapped. I would say 23 was my second favorite year.
Why?
Life stuff. I don't know.
What happened?
Like it was a good year, but I think 2021 was a better year for me. I think work wise, 21 was like the best year
Because you made more money.
Yeah.
You
And there was like
making
less
money?
issues.
Are
And
you
stuff.
broke? Are you brokey?
No, we just made more money than 21. I was doing more stuff.
I've made more money every year. What are you doing? Why are you going
Goes up
down?
and down.
Ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys.
I think technically I will. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It was a good year. Nothing bad happened this year. Everything's been pretty chill. Pretty
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Nothing good. Nothing bad.
No, it's just kind of a mediocre year. I
was
feel
the-
like this year flew by.
What was the? Yeah, it did. I feel like that's just like an older person thing to
As you get
say.
old.
You know, they say when you're younger, you think time moves slower because you're younger and you don't know the perception of time. But as you get older, things move faster because you're older.
Maybe. I think stuff moves faster because we have more shit going on.
I mean, it's still 24 hours in a day.
No, I know, but like you're stressed out with work. You got this happening tomorrow. I think you're looking forward to a lot more stuff too. Like when you're a kid, you're just kind of day by day. But as an adult, like
Yeah, because you're like, I can't wait till it's Friday.
well, no,
it's Monday. Can't wait till it's
and
Friday.
You're like, all right, what are you doing Monday? Like I'm sure you already have plans for Monday.
Nothing. It's New Year's Day.
Okay, Tuesday.
Working.
Okay, what's happening at work?
Work stuff. I don't know.
My point, like I'm just saying, you're planning stuff. Like as a kid, I couldn't tell you what I was doing tomorrow, but as an adult, I'm like, all right, next Friday I have this going on. Saturday I have a dinner. Sunday,
When I was a kid, I was just like, oh my gosh, my wiener's bigger.
my pee-pee has struck rigor mortis.
What?
Okay, never mind. It's a Family Guy.
Oh.
Stewie's in the locker room, sees like a naked girl for the first time, saying, my pee-pee has struck rigor mortis.
Oh, I get it. Rigor mortis is when you go stiff, when you're dead. His wiener. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the worst thing about 2023? In general, could not be with you. What do you think is the worst thing to happen in 2023?
Joe Biden.
Bro, he's a fellow Joe.
He's been there for a while. I think he's 4 years of this already, dude.
What did he really do that was so bad?
Nothing. He didn't do anything.
You're like, that's a problem. He didn't do anything.
Yeah. He's all right. So
has anyone ever gone into office and day one, everyone just been like, oh, woo, woo? I feel like everyone only likes the president.
Feel like it used to be. I feel like Obama was like, some people didn't like him, but like for the most part, he was a pretty loved president. I mean, now look back, like, maybe it wasn't that great. But at the time, I think he was like pretty celebrated unanimously.
Who's your top 3 presidents?
Of all time?
Yeah. I mean, and forget about the ones that no one remembers, because
I feel like I have to put Abraham Lincoln at the top of the list, because like,
okay,
if you don't, kind of an asshole there.
Okay.
I liked George Bush Jr.
Because he was just like a cool guy?
Yeah, I just liked that he talked shit. And then by virtue of liking that he talks shit, I kind of like Trump too, just because he talks shit. I think I like presidents for the wrong reasons, though. I don't like a president as like a unifying force. I like the president to like talk shit to people all day.
George Bush was the one that called people a hypocritizer.
Yeah, he said all kinds of crazy shit. I think that's why I liked him. He was just fucking weird. He was kind of like a normal dude too, though. Like you got the sense that Bush was placed in the White House and didn't want to be there because like he was just like the shit he would say. Like what the fuck?
Didn't everyone say that George Bush Sr. was superior to George Bush Jr.?
I think George Bush Sr. was a better president. But dude, to be honest with you, I think all presidents were pretty good up until like Bill Clinton.
I think all presidents were good when they were in like the colonial days.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think all presidents were pretty unanimously loved besides like Nixon and stuff.
All of them were
up until
good.
Like Obama. Everything after or Jr. Bush Jr. forward, all of them are very split. People don't like them.
What's the earliest piece of technology? Like the beeper of like communication stuff?
The
fax machine? Morse code.
Morse code.
Every president before Morse code.
Even during Morse, like that was fine. I think there wasn't maybe it just wasn't as politicized. Maybe the presidents have always been kind of shady. We just didn't know about it. But I do feel like since Bush Jr., every president has like some scandal and some bullshit, and no one knows if they really like him or trust him.
Do you think there's people out there that like they're like in their direct lineage, let's say like their father's father, whatever, was like a president? Where like, because you know everyone knows like the first 4, and then you kind of know one random one. But there's like 25 presidents that. Like you're like, oh, what's her name again? Like what?
Yeah, I always
I've never
forget
heard
about like Adams.
No, Adams is number George Washington, John Adams.
Yeah, I think there's 2 Adams.
Then it was Patrick Henry.
Wait, who the hell's Patrick Henry?
Patrick Henry.
I don't know that guy.
You don't know Patrick Henry?
Nope.
Gentlemen may cry peace, but there is no peace.
Is this Patrick Henry?
Why stand we here idle? Is life so dear or peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of slavery?
Why do you know this?
Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death.
That's that guy?
I think. I could be.
I don't think that's right, dude. I've never heard Patrick Henry in my life.
Different than John Henry.
I've never heard any of these people, dude.
Okay. 2024,
I know
bro.
the money presidents.
Why do they say, why is there always the meme that says George Bush did 9/11?
Because it was an inside job.
Do you think the government actually does inside?
Maybe not that one. That one's a little crazy, but like, yes, the government does sketchy shit left and right.
So you think, the idea behind all of that conspiracy is that the government wants to change the way that people are, so they're like, we'll sacrifice some people if we need to.
Yeah.
Sacrifice some stuff, but we're going to cover it all up, and it's going to change the direction of the future.
I am not saying that this happened, but the line of thought
there we go.
For that one being a conspiracy was that we wanted to go get the oil.
Oil would be the reason?
We wanted to start a war in the Middle East. I think also there was like governments that were kind of in like weird places, and they're potentially on the verge of creating weapons of mass destruction and stuff. But what better way for the U.S. to go into the Middle East and justify it and have almost everyone in the country behind it than a crazy domestic terrorist
Yeah, but okay,
attack.
We're never going to have proof that conspiracies are real. So what would need to happen for the world to just go, hey, the government's actually just doing...
I don't know. Honestly, the thing that always struck me weird with 9/11 is like we know about the 2 planes that hit the 2 Twin Towers.
Dude, I've been getting so much on my Twitter feed recently about all that.
So we know those like for sure.
Okay.
But then what you never really hear about is like there was one that was like
Pentagon
thwarted, and then the Pentagon. And the plane that hit the Pentagon hit a specific place in the Pentagon and took out like all of the archive records for like a shitload of debt that they were doing an investigation in. I watched it, and maybe I'm watching, maybe it's like misinformation, but I'm pretty sure coincidentally there was like an ongoing investigation into the US government because there's so much money missing and shit and no one knew where it was. And then that plane happened to hit like the one fucking room that had all the records in it and wiped all of it.
Do you think
That's a little fishy. Like, if it's true, maybe it's not even true. I don't know. That's just what I've been told on the internet. But they can't lie on the internet, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, conspiracy theories out. 2024, bro.
There's going to be one this year.
What happened in 2023?
Oh.
What was the conspiracy in 23?
The biggest one, probably the Israel thing.
That's conspiracy theory?
Yeah, that they let it happen on purpose so they have a reason to go into.
Yeah, but you could say that about anything. Anything that bad happens, they're like,
I know.
Yeah, that's bad,
That's
but
a
you know what?
conspiracy theory, I mean.
I bet that happened on purpose. You know why? Because they're trying to take our guns.
Maybe. 24 is going to be. Almost promise you that Vid makes a comeback right in time for the election. That's not even me being like, oh, I'm all right. Like, no, that's gonna. It's already. The CDC put out a thing the other day that said there's large amounts of viral load of COVID in our water supplies right now. They're worried because they're tracing their elements of COVID are in the water supplies and they think it's going to distribute to everyone. Like how to get in the water supplies. What are you doing? It's a weird thing to see on the news. Like,
you know what I saw? I saw this thing and it said, okay, so it had Mark Zuckerberg, okay? And it said, it had the first year, whatever, it's irrelevant, but like the first year that he became a billionaire, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years ago, 15, I don't know. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And it said, no bunker. And then every year, it's like, still billionaire, no bunker, 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 bunker now. And he said it's like a crazy bunker. So everyone now
it's on a private island.
Is everyone's thinking something's going to happen that.
Not just him, a lot of billionaires. Google billionaires building bunkers. There's like 10 or 15 this year that have built bunkers. But are they worried something's going to happen, or are they just rich enough now they can get a bunker? Like, I don't know.
I feel like bunkers, bro, there's no planet that you could live on that you could have enough things in a bunker to live indefinitely.
I think the bigger problem is, like, unless you know a minute before shit goes down, like, you're not going to get to your bunker. Like, you could spend $100 million on your bunker, but if you happen to be in New York City when the shit goes down, like.
That's why you always be within 300 feet of your bunker.
Yeah, like you have to live on top. You have to build under your house. Like, I don't. Yeah, I think that in the fact that the Obamas had something to do with that terrible ass movie on Netflix.
No, that movie was good.
It was so bad.
That movie
dude.
was
I
good.
so
what is it called?
mad
The world, end of the world.
Leave the world behind.
Leave the world behind. I thought
I hated it. I thought it was very well done until I realized. I thought up until 5 minutes before the end, I'm like, damn, this is good. Like something's about to pop off, and then just nothing.
It's an open-ended ending.
That's stupid.
No, it's not. Makes you think. Makes you think. Yeah, no, dude. I don't.
The movie was bad, but the fact that the Obamas had something to do with it, that also raises some eyebrows. Like, why the Obamas involved in a
because
movie
they want to get into movies, Joe.
Why would that be the movie they chose? Why would the
Cause
something's going to happen? EMP hackers are taking down the
because
U.S.
everyone
like
loves into the world movies. Look at The Day
Or
After
are they trying to tell
Tomorrow.
us something.
You know what I just learned? That producing a movie just means you paid for it.
Yes.
Because I was like, damn, I didn't know the Obamas like knew how to direct a movie, and that's how the producer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so a lot of times, like the producer and like you'll have like an executive producer, director, same person.
Like, do you think Obama was like, all right, no, let's do a dolly shot on that. Let's run that back. Let's do a push in.
No,
let's do a parallax kind of.
But like, who's the Michael Bay? Is it Michael Bay? Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
he's like funding them, and I think he does everything. He's like the writer and the director and the producer and the.
What that was actually one of the best movies I've seen in that movie. Leave the World Behind. That's one of the That's one of the best movies of last year.
That sucked. That was not great.
What was your best movie of 2023?
I didn't really see any movies this year, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
The best movie before that, I don't know if I saw it in 2023. It might have been 2022, but I'm gonna put it in 2023. Plane with Gerard Butler. Oh, 10 out of 10.
I never saw that. What was the scary movie we watched? Talk to Me. That was a good movie. That might be the best movie I saw this year.
That was good. That was good. What about Boner Jams
I need to watch
09?
the Percy Jackson movie on Netflix. Came out.
I'm done with watching shows with Taylor for a bit because I feel like I've missed so many damn movies. I haven't even seen Wakanda Forever. I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3. What?
I'm going to say something, but don't take it out of context here. I've never seen
Black Panther?
The Black Panther.
It's a really good movie.
There's a whole
All of
episode
them.
on
Two
South
of
Park
them.
about this where like Cartman hasn't seen it, and then like, yeah, like everybody, like world's out to get him because he never saw it. I've never seen it. Not because I don't want to. It's just like I didn't see it when it came out, and then I don't know. Now I feel like I can't see it because the guy died. So like now
That didn't make any sense.
I don't know. I feel like any spinoff is gonna be stupid. So now I'm like, maybe I should just only watch the first.
It's a continuation of the story.
Nah. There's a lot of problems with that movie too. I'm good. We're gonna let that one go.
The biggest problem is that it's a fictional, force field world that lives in our world.
That's why I didn't like it. That's why I don't think I ever saw it, because it was so fucking just like outlandish that I was like, didn't.
You watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah, but I go in Rick and Morty like wanting to watch Rick and Morty. I honestly don't like any of the Marvel movies once they got like that far. Like I liked Iron Man. Hulk was like
So a guy shooting beams out of his chest is realistic.
kind of, I guess. I don't know. I don't like Aquaman. I just didn't like it when it got to like now there's spaceships. Now there's invincible force fields. Like I liked it when it was some. I love Batman. I'm a huge fan of Batman because like Batman.
Because Batman has no powers.
It could be a real thing. I think that's why I like it. It's like a grungy, like real world. I don't like these movies where it's like everyone else in the world normal, but Wakanda and Africa's got force fields and flying cars and like what.
Batman is not realistic. Batman, if
No,
he
it's
would
not
do all the
realistic,
things,
but
and
it's more
it would just be like,
realistic.
hey, Batman. Pew. You think he would go?
I don't like movies where like even the Avengers when it got like further in, like why is like New York City is totally normal, but Tony Stark has a fucking hovering hovercraft and they have like
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
crazy.
You can't like the whole population would be at.
When I watch all those movies, you know what? I'm the guy thinking when I saw a Fast and Furious 5 when they're dragging the safe through the
Those
city.
are shit movies too.
That was pretty good. Fast and Furious 5 was
I
pretty good.
stopped at 4.
I haven't
was the
seen
last one
8 or
ever
9,
saw.
I don't think.
I don't care anymore.
But
yeah.
in Transformers and stuff, whenever they're like wrecking a whole city, like what I think is, do you know how long it's going to take to fix this city? Like, do you know, like the Transformers literally tore down 700 buildings.
Transformers did a good job with that though, because after the second one, where they fuck up the city, and the third one when it starts,
So Transformers is
rebuilding.
believable.
No, but they kept it very. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Transformers actually is probably the most. I'm like in that event, the humans captured a couple of them and took their technology. It makes more sense to me than like there just happens to be this place in the world that we don't know about that happens to have all this technology. That doesn't make any sense.
Joe sits in his new Porsche and he goes, I know you're alive.
Turn on, baby.
You turned me on, so come on, let me turn you on. Oh man. Okay. Well, what do you think? What do you think 2024 is going to bring for you?
Honestly, the way it's looking right now, it's a lot of work. But I've never been to Europe, and I did get invited to go to Europe in January, so I think I'm going to do that because, like, why not? Also,
Joe was afraid of flying, by the way.
I still hate flying. I'm not afraid of flying. I don't like to fly. There's a difference. I'm not scared to fly. I just don't like flying. It's not the same thing.
Okay.
I don't like. All right.
I'm not scared of getting stabbed, but I don't like getting stabbed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't like not being in control of a situation. So
Why don't you
that's
get
my
your
fear.
pilot's license then?
I'd be fine. Yeah. I've ridden in like Cessna. No problem.
Oh, speaking of planes, Taylor actually asked me the other day. I think this is like one of those ask a man kind of this question. Do you think if the situation required it, could you land a plane?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. That's what I said. I've never even played
I don't think
plane.
you could, but I could.
Okay, here's
Wait, what size plane?
here's
like
a
United
I'm
commercial
gonna
flight?
I'm gonna walk you through the scenario. Okay, you're sitting economy back the plane for you for sure. Oh no, the pilot has just he died because he, I don't know, was eating some other candy besides sour strips, and everyone knows that sour strips is the only candy.
That's what happens.
Yeah, he's died. Everyone else is like, there's no way I can land this plane. You in the back, can you come land this plane? I don't know. I think I can. I'd go in there. Okay. Here's the scenario.
This commercial flight.
Here's the scenario. Yeah, United plane.
The big plane.
Big plane.
Yeah, you're not landing that thing, dude.
I can. Okay. Here's what you do. All you gotta do. Okay. Down. Okay. Turn a little bit knobs.
That's
and then
not
and
even-
then pull back.
Yeah. Okay.
Pull back.
And
everyone always acts like the yoke or whatever is like you got to be the strongest man in the world. I'm like, I feel like nowadays they're probably just like this, but everyone's like,
yeah, it's better TV for that. But I did a lot of flight simulator as a child, so I feel like I could fly a plane. But
so that's why you think you could, but I couldn't.
yeah, but like on a big plane, like I don't know where the fucking landing gear knob. Like that's the problem with the big plane. There's 1,000 buttons in there. Like
No,
if you
there's
don't
just
know,
a steering wheel.
No, you got to put the landing gear out. You got to like.
You don't
there's a
need the
bunch
wheels. Those are recommended, but
Okay.
but you can if you come in the right angle.
I feel like I could. I would rather me try than someone else. So like if they're like, hey, can anyone land the plane? Like I'm gonna try, and if I can't, it sucks. But at least I did this to myself. Like I don't want someone else doing it to me. That's my fucked up logic there, dude. Like if the plane's gonna crash, as long as I'm the one that crashes it, it's okay.
Not ideal.
If we were on a plane and they were like, we need to land it, do you trust me or you?
Oh, you for sure.
Yeah, okay. That's good job.
Yeah, because you're just like you just out of nowhere do like stuff, then you're good at it. It's
I
actually
can tell you right
kinda
now, I
annoying.
could not. I don't think I could land a commercial jet. I think I can land a Cessna, no problem, or like
What
a
is a
twin engine,
Cessna?
like the little prop planes.
Yeah, anyone can do that, Joe. I'm talking about a real situation.
Okay, even like a small private jet, I feel like maybe I could land. But when you get up to like a 747, like I have no fucking clue where to even start. You have feet pedals too, right?
I think what they should do
Would you
is
even
they
know
should
to
have
use a feet pedal, or
should
you
have
wouldn't even know they're there? You
They
would
should have a
just be
giant button, okay?
Land.
Well,
DJI drone style, just fucking hit a button.
no, but like they should have a giant button that says pilot died, regular person.
Help.
And it presses it and all of the controls switch. They have little meters and they flip over and it says like this one does this. This one
Well,
does
apparently, it's like widely known or like accepted that pilots are only there
Yeah,
to
that
take off and land. That's it.
that. When are we going to get to the point where planes are just doing their own thing?
They are. That's what I'm saying. Like pilots take off, and then as soon as they hit cruising altitude, go to autopilot, and then they stay on autopilot until they start their descent.
Do you think it's realistic that we'll get to a like there's still a pilot flying it, but they can just like sit in their little cockpit in the airport and they're just like,
Or like remote.
yeah.
Could we do that? I don't know. We have drones already that do that. They land and take off and everything. I don't think the liability will let airlines do that. Like I don't think.
Because then if a plane goes down, there's one less casualty.
Yes, but now it's all on that person.
What if he's like, gotta get a bathroom? It'll be all right.
Yeah,
It'll be all right.
I don't. That's a weird, and especially like then you open it up. Like, what if a hacker got into it and crashed the plane, which probably already happened, honestly. At this,
Do you think hackers are? Do you think anyone who's like a serious hacker, like a big old hacker, do you think they're like, I would never get an electric car because someone's gonna hack me? Like the thing that happened in the End of the World movie where all the Teslas go.
I
Is
don't
that
think
realistic?
No. Teslas can move themselves around without you in them. So I want to say there probably is a way to move them around through software, like manually, because you can open the app on your phone and like pull it out of a parking lot and move it back and stuff. So just based on the fact that can happen,
could just
like,
expand
I
it.
would assume someone could send a command to that car to fucking move it around. But like, I don't think anyone's done it.
But you trust you trust electric cars. It's the future.
Yeah, I actually got pissed the other day. My Raptor R had a fucking update and said that it would be unresponsive and unable to start for up to 3 hours while it's updating. That's not even an electric car. That's a fucking F-150. That's like the good old boys truck of America, and it's telling me it needs 3 hours to update and I can't drive it? Like, why can't I drive my truck for 3 hours? Doesn't make no sense.
I don't know. I've never experienced like a full-on electric, but 2024, I'm
Plaid.
so excited for this. I mean, I've ridden
It's
in
not
one.
coming, dude.
2024,
give it
the
up.
Grand Wagoneer S is the temporary name. It is going to be the all-electric Jeep, their sport one, because I think the SRT, Cert Alert, it's dead and gone.
They're not going to kill the Cert.
Why would they announce?
still be called
Why
Cert.
would they announce an electric 0 to 60 in like 3-second car a year and a half before without announcing anything
Here's
else?
the problem, Max. Cheap people, especially Cert people,
Watch your mouth.
are rednecks.
I'm from Virginia, so that fits the bill.
They're not going to go electric, dude. The typical
The rednecks or the
Trackhawk
Jeeps?
owner is not going to buy an electric Trackhawk.
I'm gonna do it.
You will, but I'm just saying, like, I think they will come out with a 6 super fast electric SUV, and then also, I think it's going to be I think they called it a Typhoon engine or whatever. It's the same platform that's going in the new TRX. That's what's going to go in the Cert. It's a twin turbo V6.
No matter what, whenever
That'll be the Cert.
next sports car comes out of Jeep, a fast Jeep,
Yeah.
I'm getting it because I am sick and tired of getting pissed off at the person in front of me driving on the highway.
It's gonna be a twin turbo
and then me
V6,
going
I
like,
bet.
oh, I'm gonna speed past this guy, and I hit like 8,000 RPM, and I go 5 miles an hour faster.
Yeah.
And it's
I don't think Jeep will do it, especially now because, bro, all manufacturers are having so many problems with electric car sales that, like, I don't think Jeep would put all their eggs in that basket. No one's buying electric cars, dude. Electric cars sales are like, all the big manufacturers are like pleading with the White House to stop, because the White House is trying to force everybody to make X amount of electric cars a year and stuff, and do all these incentives and penalties and stuff. And now all the big companies like Ford and Chevy and all of them are like, they're not selling. Like, we need to stop producing them and start focusing on the other cars.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Another conspiracy theory I heard.
Okay.
I heard that there was, speaking of cars and stuff, that there was a guy and he like mastered the invention of an engine that ran on water. And coincidentally,
Water or
water,
hydrogen?
water, the stuff that's in toilets and that we drink. And he mastered it. He created this engine. It's like, it runs on water. Oh my gosh, right? He got murked like
Unalived.
shortly after. And everyone's like, guy who could disrupt the oil industry?
Yeah. So Porsche figured out actually recently, they have one of their 911s that runs on water.
People have done the oil or the vegetable oil.
That, yeah. And then hydrogen cars were big for a while, but they're not very fast, and they're also...
When the car lift up, that's helium.
That's helium, yeah. No. I mean, I don't know. You always hear about stuff like that. Or like someone's like on the verge of curing cancer, and then they disappear. Conspiracy theories are crazy.
Anyway, you used to sell cars.
I did, briefly, for 2 years. I was a used car salesman.
Okay, Joe, I want to go inside the mind of a used car salesman.
Fucking dark place.
Okay, we got to do this in levels. First of all, when I go to buy a car, sticker says $70,000. Okay, and then you're like, hey, this car's real nice. Buy it for $70,000, and I go, can you do any better? And then like they're going down. Like, if a car sticker says 70, how much can they really go down? How do you negotiate buying a area?
It depends on the brand. So we're gonna keep this very high level round.
Because here's what they always say. Let me go talk to my manager.
Yeah.
And they go back there and just circle jerk or something.
So MSRP is manufacturer suggested retail price.
Okay.
That's what that stands for. It depends on the brand. I don't know all of them, but like we sold used cars, so we never dealt with that, right? So for the used car, it's pretty easy. I buy your Jeep for 45 grand on trade, and I sell it for 55. I can technically come all the way down to 45 if you come haggle with me. On a new car, the dealership gets them at invoice. So on a $100,000 911, the dealership's getting it from Porsche at, if I had to guess on that car, probably 15%. So they'll be buying that car for $85,000.
You're already confusing me.
The dealership's buying cars cheaper than MSRP. MSRP is
obviously,
so 15%.
They're buying it. They're buying it wholesale,
5%,
and they're selling
so
it retail.
On something like a fucking Ford F-150, it's probably like 5% that the dealership's making. On something like a Ferrari or something, it might be closer to 15%. I don't know where that math lies, but that's how you can negotiate down from the sticker, because they can come all the way down. And then a lot of times these dealerships don't own their cars, right? They have a note. They have a big loan out. They have an operating loan on all of their inventory.
What?
And they pay a percentage every month on that. So what you'll start seeing is dealerships that will go even under what they paid because they're losing money on the car with it sitting on the lot. So if I have a 5% loan on my inventory and I have a car that's sat there for 6 months, at this point, any money I was making on that car has been eaten by the interest that I'm paying the bank to loan me the money to buy the car. So they're willing to sell it a little bit cheaper just to fucking, like, they may end up taking a small loss on it just to get it off their lot.
Okay, so every time someone buys a car, can that salesman technically sell it to you for cheaper a little bit?
Probably. Hi, Senna. What you doing? Okay. All right. Yes, unless they're selling it at, like, I mean, technically they can take a loss on it. Technically they can go all the way down.
When you start being a car salesman,
Yep.
what do they tell? Because I'm sure they're like, all right, now when people negotiate, I don't know why they have an accent, but like,
I didn't do
now
training.
here's what you're gonna do, okay? Don't let them take it for a ride. Make them think that they're gonna get a good deal, and always say, why am I have an accent? And always say, like, this is the best I can do. The best I can do. And then you hear people like, leave the dealership. Does that help?
It can. Yeah. Hey, guys. Senna, come here.
Send us a girl.
Hey. Lay down. Lay down.
Like, how much of a hard ass should you do, or is it just?
I mean, I'm a dickhead when,
because CarMax you can't negotiate, right? That's their thing.
Yeah, they won't do negotiations, but they're such a big company they don't need to. So that's, I mean, typically like a little mom and pop store that needs to sell some cars this month. First off, dealerships always want to close out the end of the month because your interest on your loan is monthly, right?
So buy a car at the end of the month.
The closer to the end of the month you can go, the more incentivized the dealership is to sell the car. Typically, their best deals are going to be the end of the month, and even better, end of the year.
Okay.
Like if you can buy a car in that last month, like in December, that's going to be your best bet to get pricing. Leaving can help too, because a lot of times they'll call your bluff. You'll say, hey, I want...
Like, do you think they're going to be like, wait?
A lot of times I'll go, hey, the car's 75. I'll do 70 right now. Otherwise, don't like if we can do 70, I'll sign the papers today. Otherwise, don't worry about it. And they'll be like, oh, no, we can't do 70. And I'm like, all right, I'll leave. And typically on the way out, they're like, let me talk to my manager, and they'll come back and be like,
but if they don't say anything, do you like,
I'll leave.
Wait a second?
I mean, that's the biggest thing with car buying is like you can't be dead set on buying a car. Same with houses. You have to go into it not like wanting to buy that car.
Sometimes when I try to buy land and stuff, I actually pay more than what they offer.
Because you got like emotionally attached and you start thinking about your future there and stuff, and then you want it. Same with cars.
I don't want to get stressed out. When I went to buy my Grand Cherokee right now, which I love, it's a great vehicle, American muscle, baby, 6-cylinder. When I went in there, I think the price was like 75K. I didn't want to deal with that headache. I just said, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Was that dumb?
Then probably now, I mean, at this point right now, MSRP is good. If you can buy a car at MSRP, you're good to go. Like I don't really need to. On a used car, I always try to negotiate, but on a new car, as long as I'm buying at MSRP, I'm okay.
When you were the car salesman, when someone, they say like as soon as you drive it off that lot, have you ever had someone like return the car like the next day, and then do you give them less money, or do you like?
I mean, so with a used car dealership, we didn't really have any kind of return policy on that. So there was like, once you sign the papers, that car belongs to you. You want to bring it back tomorrow, and there's no contractual reason that we have to take it back. Like, yeah, we'll take it back at trade-in value. So we potentially took it in at trade at 40, sold it to you at 55. You come in tomorrow, I hate it. Okay, we'll give you 40 for it. New car dealerships, some of them have that like 24-hour like regret policy thing, but like I doubt they'll actually honor it. That's such a headache, dude. You know how much paperwork and shit there's to process when you buy a car? Like undoing that is not really something you can do.
That's why whenever I see these like YouTubers that go and they're like going to buy a car or something, make this big deal, like the excitement goes away so fast because you sit at the freaking finance department. It takes hours to buy a car. Hours.
So it does take a little bit for them to send that paperwork to the state
it's
and
so
stuff.
Annoying.
So potentially, like, I guess if you took the car back to the dealership before they had faxed all that paperwork over to the loan department and stuff, like, I guess they could cancel it.
You know what triggers me?
But I don't think anyone would.
When I go to test drive a car and like this, it's happened to me like a couple of times, and I'm like, oh, like I want to test drive it without you in it, and they're like, we can't. I'm like, I don't like when I'm feeling if I want to drive a car, like. I don't want some random person in it. I want to be how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sing Fergie at the top of my voice.
I'm cool with that. I suspect it so they know if something happens. Like if you went and test drove this Jeep and you hit the fuck out of a pothole and it doesn't show any actual visible damage, but it happened, you're not gonna say anything to them.
I sure would.
No, you would not.
I'm a man of honor.
I'm assuming that's why they do that.
When I get double chicken at Chipotle, and they ring me up for single, I say, stop that right now. I got double.
You don't? I saw you do it yesterday. You stole chicken.
Okay, buying cars, Joe. You've experienced it on some level of whether you know someone or you hear about it. Buying cars for girls as gifts, significant other.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Because I think that's such an outlandish present. Like when you buy someone like a couple $100 gift or like a random bag or something, but to buy someone a $50, $70, $100, $200,000.
You're gonna be doing this soon. I hate to break that to you, but Taylor's car is run on hopes and dreams at this point. You're gonna be buying a car here pretty soon.
No, the plan is I buy the new Grand Cherokee
that's still
S,
the same thing.
and then I give her my car.
You're giving her a $70,000 car. You're still doing a fucking gift. I'm for it. I think if it's your wife, it's someone that needs it. Yeah, I expect to buy. If I have a daughter, I'm gonna have to buy my daughter a car. I don't think they're gonna have money to buy their own car.
Okay, here's the scenario. Let's say you're a super wealthy guy.
Okay.
You are. You're doing very well for yourself. You meet a girl. She has a really crappy car. Okay. You fall in love with her. Okay. Time goes by. She's still driving the crappy car. Whatever. You get engaged. You get married. She still has a crappy car because while you're just dating or whatever. It's like, let's say you get married. Now she's your wife.
Yeah.
Do you go? I don't want you driving. Let's say it's a safe, crappy car. It's reliable.
Does she want a new car?
But what if you're just like, I don't want my wife driving like, let's say you have a nice car. Would you want her to be seen in an old car?
I don't care. I think if she came to me and was like, I really want a new car, or that car was like a danger to her, like if there was an actual issue where like I don't want you in that.
Okay, so you have a Raptor R,
Yeah.
a $400,000 Porsche, and you fall in love with a girl who drives a 2010 Honda Civic with manual windows and cloth seats.
I'm cool with that.
And missing hubcaps.
If she's cool with it, I'm cool with it.
So when you get married, you
I think that would be top of the list of my things to do would be to buy her a new car. But I don't think I'm like, I don't want you in that thing. Like,
I didn't know if you want if some people may be the perceived like I can't have my.
No, I don't. I would happily drive, dude. I've driven some fucking shit boxes.
Okay.
I drove a 2004 Buick for a year almost. I drove it for 7 months. That thing sucked. Windows didn't work and AC didn't work half the time.
I'm just getting
Me
your
and
thoughts.
Senna were rolling around in a Buick.
Don't get defensive. I'm just picking your brain, Joe.
I'm just saying, as someone that I had a GT3 RS, I had the blue car and that Buick, and I drove the Buick for 6 months.
And then
I
if
was
anyone
fine. I
ever
wasn't
made
upset
fun of you
about
or
it.
like acted like you didn't have any money,
Yeah.
would you be like, wait a second,
Like,
wait right here,
See this right here?
wait right here.
Yeah, but then everyone's like, sure, buddy. Like, right. Like, actually, my other car's a 3RS. Like, yeah, okay.
Okay, so you would be down. So you wouldn't just buy a car because you want her to have.
Look, I expect to buy my daughter a car if I have a daughter. I don't want to say that word. If I have a son, I have to buy them a car. I feel like if I talk about it, it's going to happen. I feel like I'm talking into existence. And I also expect to buy my wife a car, but I don't know if that car is it might just be a weekend car.
A what?
I think I would like to get my wife like a convertible Bentley or something.
A Bentley?
There's a couple cars that I've always wanted. So like I have like a dream 5-car garage. There's a couple of cars that I've always wanted, but they're girly. Like I don't want to buy them.
Honestly, a convertible.
I love convertibles. Depends on the
know,
convertible,
dude.
but there's a couple cars
Soft
that
top
like
convertible?
I don't think I could own, but my wife could have it, and then I can drive it on the weekends. And if someone's like, "Oh, why'd you buy that girly car?" I'd be like, "Oh, I bought it for my wife. Like I'm just driving it today." Like a Ferrari California, or now it's a Portofino. That's kind of a girly car. The Bentley Continental convertible, kind of girly car. Aston Martin convertible, kind of a girly car. All cars that I would love to own, but they're just kind of girly cars.
If cars can be girly cars, what would be a car that's a manly car? That girls would go, ooh, that's a manly car.
Raptor R,
Girls can't have Raptor Rs?
GT3 RS.
Do you see a lot of girls driving GT3 RSs?
None. I actually don't think I've ever seen a chick
Girls,
driving a
down in the
3RS.
comments, I know one of you is driving a GT3 RS.
Maybe. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Jeeps, what is that?
Jeep's kind of girly, dude. But it's, all right, if we open the Raptor up to all Raptors, because I don't think that a Cert's girly, but like a base 2-door white Wrangler with no mods,
I had that.
9 times out of 10, that's a girl. Like if I see it on the road, it's typically a girl.
BMW X3.
Or 3 Series in general. Yeah, like that's a girly car.
X3 was every girl.
But then Chris, the guy that works for me, he has a X3 M Comp. Thing's fast as hell. I don't think it's girly at all. It looks sick. So, whatever. But I don't know if I would buy my wife like a daily.
You know what's a really girly car?
She wants one.
Porsche 922 GT3 RS 2024.
Well, good thing I don't have that. The fuck's a 922?
That's what you said you had.
992. Oof, dude. Roasted. Boom. Boom, roasted.
Well, okay. On the topic of buying stuff for girls, what about buying gifts for apologies? Let's say luxury items. You see it all the time. I'm so sorry. Here's a Birkin. Here's a Louis. I'm so sorry. Here's that.
I feel like that shouldn't work. I feel like if your girl lets that work, like you're getting fucking swindled.
Yeah.
If you do something that's actually wrong, like you actually are in the wrong and you want to say sorry, I feel like you shouldn't have to buy a monetary item. And then also she's just like, oh, thank you so much. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Like I bought
bet
your
there's some
fucking
girls-
forgiveness. Oh, 100%. I bet most of them. But like that's kind of fucked up, right? That's not right.
Yeah. No, I don't think I could ever. I mean, first of all, I would never, ever get in an argument.
I will say
Ever.
there were a couple times where like my dad would have done
Cinna's
something.
in my crotch right now. What are you doing?
She's not over here.
Her nose was.
She's not that long, dude. She's not that
She has
long
a
of
long
dog. I see
snout.
her ass right here.
Yeah, ass over there.
Not that okay. There were a couple times where like I don't know what he did to me, but there were a couple times like my dad would buy my
Buy her forgiveness.
Yeah, or like when him and my mom got divorced, I feel like he bought me like an Xbox and stuff. I was like, all right, cool.
Yay, 2 Christmases.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, all right. I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't have to buy your forgiveness. If you're buying forgiveness, it's because you didn't really do shit in the first place. She's blowing something out of proportion. Because if you really did something fucked up, like no materialistic item's gonna fix that. Like if you cheated on Taylor, like nothing you buy her is gonna be like, okay, don't worry about it.
$5,000 cash.
Yeah, and if she is like, okay, don't worry about it now, like now it's even more.
Yeah, I
fucked
feel
up,
like I feel like there's a lot of okay. Joe, I have so many things in my brain for cars. Oh, we got to talk about what we were talking about the other day. Listen to this, guys. So I was watching this video, okay, and it turns out at some point drinking and driving was it was legal. It wasn't like it was illegal. It was you could have alcohol and drive. I don't know if you could be drunk, but you could.
No, I think you could get drunk.
Okay, well, anyway,
I think there wasn't a law on it. You do whatever the fuck you wanted.
At a point, they banned it, which is great, right? But they had these old videos. You can find these where they go up to people and they're like, "What do you think?" And they're good old boys. They're like, cracking their Bud Light and like verbatim, he's like, "It's un-American. After a long day of work, why can't I have 2 or 3 beers on the way home?" And then there was a woman that she also, with her kid in the car, had like a beer, and she's like, "They're starting to take away our rights. First, they make us wear seatbelts, and now the drinking." And I told Joe the story, and Joe has an amazing opinion on wearing seatbelts in cars. Go.
I don't think it should be a law.
Stupid.
I think it's stupid.
It angers me that you even said that.
Hair flying around in here.
That's Senate hair.
That's not Senate hair. I think it's stupid. That's a law. It shouldn't be a law.
You think people shouldn't wear seatbelts?
I think we as a country have a hard time putting laws on things that only affect the person the law is protecting, right? Like
what?
Freedom of speech and stuff. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like I can't tell you, well, I guess I can with drugs and stuff, but I can't tell you that you have a law where you can only drink 2 beers because if you go over that, you might get sick and die, right? I can't tell you you can't smoke. There's no law that says you can't smoke. The seatbelt only protects the person wearing the seatbelt. If you don't want to wear your seatbelt, it has no effect on anyone else that's driving.
What if you fly through the windshield and hit an old lady walking across the street?
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I bet I can find
I'm just
a story.
like, that's a weird law to me because like that is something that only affects you. I can smoke 10 packs a day in my car. That's totally fine. I would argue that's more dangerous than not wearing my fucking seatbelt. It's just weird that the seatbelt law is like, I think as a parent, your child should have to wear a seatbelt by law. I don't think that we should be forced to wear a seatbelt since it only affects us. Like not speeding, that affects everyone around you. You might hit someone else. I get that one.
Okay, I understand your point.
Senna, come here.
But I also like the whole point of the seatbelt is that guess what? We'll say 95+% of the time, if you get in a head-on collision going over, I'm gonna throw a higher number out, 50 miles an hour.
Head on at 50, you're done. Whether you have a seatbelt on or not, but head on at 50 with another car going 50, effectively 100 miles an hour.
That's not how that works.
That is how that works.
If you hit someone going 50 miles an hour, you're wearing your seatbelt, you are substantially higher chances of not.
Yeah, but you are
100% of the time are not going through the windshield.
Yeah, okay. If you smoke 800 cigarettes a day, you are probably going to die.
No, your reasoning makes sense, but it's stupid.
I just think that's a stupid law. I don't think there should be a law. I think you should, like riding a bike with a helmet on. You should wear your helmet. No, but it's not a law because if you fall off the bike, the only person you're hurting is you.
I don't like wearing a helmet.
If I don't wear a seatbelt in my car, the only person I'm hurting is me. That's why I'm confused that it's a law. I don't.
Oh,
think
really, Joe? Guess what? If you die because you didn't wear a seatbelt, you're hurting me because I'm gonna miss you.
And Senna's got to come live with you.
Yeah, we would definitely. Are we the godparent?
There you go.
Go mom. Or
yeah, it's a stupid law to me. I don't think that should be a law.
So you're okay. I think in general,
I think if that's going to be a law, then there should also be a law that you have to wear a helmet while you're on a bike or a skateboard or anything like that. There should be a law that you can't smoke more than 1 cigarette a day because that might kill you too. There should be laws on anything and everything.
You know what I've always thought was interesting? Okay, just as a basis, let's say 0.08 alcohol, right, over the limit. Okay, get that. That changes based on how big of a person you are, right?
Blood alcohol level?
Yeah. Like a 300-pound man having 4 beers and me having 4 beers.
More than,
Okay. Okay. So that, like, if he drinks 4, his blood alcohol wouldn't be the same as mine? I just want to set this baseline.
Probably not.
Okay.
Do fat people have more blood in their bodies?
If I see a 300-pound person and they have 4 shots, I think it's going to affect them less because I feel like there's, well, no, it's the same body under
they have
fat.
more blood. They have more blood.
Okay. Okay.
Right? They would assume they have more blood. I'm taller than you. I have more blood than you because like your blood is a percentage of your body weight.
You think you're better than me?
I'm saying I think you're right. I think you're on the right.
Okay.
track
Okay.
here,
So let's set that as the baseline. Affects different people.
Yeah.
You would think that the laws, because obviously drunk driving bad.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that they would set standards that at any place that serves alcohol on their ID. No. So okay. Something should happen so that like no one should be okay. You know you hear people say like, oh, you serve them too much, they're drunk, and then people can be liable. But let's just say even 3 drinks or something, right? They shouldn't
go.
Okay, 2. Like they shouldn't be based on who you are as a person of your size. Like they shouldn't be allowed to give you more alcohol than your body because everyone's driving home from
but they don't know. And then also people have like tolerances. It affects people differently. I know people that can drink fucking 12 beers and go to work.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not about can you operate a vehicle under the influence is are you operating a vehicle under the influence above 0.08?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but then you infringe on like people's rights and shit. You can't tell me how much I can and can't drink. That's the problem with our country, dude.
Everyone that went to a bar drove there.
I mean, some of them might be a passenger, might have an Uber. And you're not allowed to ask me that, and you're not allowed to hold me there. You can't stop my free passage or something. There's some law like you can't.
It's also back on the car thing.
Yeah.
Why can cars
say the speed limit?
Why can cars
slap you?
Why can cars go over 80 miles an hour? They shouldn't. And why don't they install sensors on roads that when it goes to a speed limit, it zip zaps your car, and your car can only go that fast?
That's the most annoying thing that would ever happen, ever. You tell me you drive the speed limit everywhere you go?
I'm saying if there was a zip zapper, I might.
That'd be so annoying. The problem is like you have to be able to pass. So if every car's stuck at 65, then I can't pass.
You don't need to pass because everyone's going the same speed.
No, because old people don't. No,
they can go slower.
Go like 55, and now how am I going to pass them if I don't have any power? Yeah, but what if they're going 61? Now it's going to take me forever to pass them. We're going at almost the same speed.
I could do the math.
I need some power, dude.
Someone's like, well, he's going 4 miles an hour. That would take exactly.
I can tell you when I drove the fucking Buick, passing was a hard thing to do. I had 102 horsepower in that thing. They couldn't pass people. It's annoying.
Look, Joe,
you can't tell me. No, you can't control. That's why people don't like fucking electric cars, because like electric cars, like immediately you can just govern it back real quick.
You're literally like you're like the person in South Park. It's like
car jabs.
Yeah, like you don't think of my rights.
That's not even a U.S. thing. That's global.
I think
every country they're not limiting your car speed. I agree with you at some point. Like, yes, why does a car need to go 200 miles an hour?
We're trying.
I don't know.
The seatbelt and everything is just we're trying to eliminate injuries.
Why? We have too many fucking people, anyways. What? We do. I mean, yeah, all right.
But people are out here hurting themselves, Joe. We were talking. I watched Saltburn the other night.
What's that?
Last night. Terrible movie.
What is it?
Not only is it's filmed in this aspect.
What is that aspect?
It's not all the way.
The squares?
Squares,
like SpongeBob?
Stupid.
Yeah.
In the movie, the guy has sex with the grave. Takes his pants down and he sticks his wiener in the dirt.
Soft dirt? Hard dirt?
Dirt that just got poured.
Soft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do that.
Crazy movie. But Saltburn made me think of back in the day, you would lick your hand and you would put salt on it and you
Is
would
that what that name's for?
No. It's a place apparently. Saltburn, some area in the UK or something. Or it's made up. And you would put ice on your hand and it would just burn your hand. Why do you
recall that?
Why do we hurt ourselves as a kid?
I don't know. I do recall doing that.
What are some other things you used to do as a kid that would...
Oof, bro, quarters?
Oh, yeah.
Go right here, and then I get a quarter, and...
I mean, you would...
You bleed. Yeah, I remember that. Wasps. You, like, fold up the paper into little tiny things, and...
I used to do a game. I mentioned this to you, and I wanted to explain it to you. I would do the pass-out game when I was a kid. This might be one of the dumbest... This is not... Like, if I did something dumb as a kid, should I even tell? Because I don't want people to do that.
That's fine.
No
little kids are watching this.
Do not do this. Do not tell your friends to do this. But I did this probably 5 times. My mom's going to be like, Max, you're an idiot. Actually, everyone's going to be an idiot. So what you would do is, I don't know, all my friends would do it. It was like, we thought it was fun. Okay, so you'd stand against a wall.
Okay.
And you'd like bend over. You stand against a wall, bend over.
You and all the boys?
like
this is before or after wrestling? This is the post wrestle.
Like bend over 90%, and then you would like hyperventilate for 10 seconds, like 5 seconds, like
so your ass is on the wall or your
ass
head's
on the wall. Just
okay.
The wall makes sense in a second, Joe. Let me get to my story, okay?
Yeah.
So you'd go,
Okay.
Like 6 times. And then guess what? You're kind of lightheaded, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then you stand up against a wall. Then your friend would come in and they would take their hands and they'd put one right here, and you would push on your neck against the wall, thus cutting off the connection between your brain. This is real, I'm telling you, bro. It would disconnect. It would cut the blood flow or something.
Okay, all right.
So you're lightheaded. You go like this, and they have to do that for 3 seconds, and you would fall to the ground and pass out.
Wait, they wouldn't catch you? They just let you fall?
Yeah, you would just fall.
Okay.
You would pass out. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
How long are you out?
Okay. Here's where it got crazy, Joe. You would be out 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 seconds. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You're on the ground. A millisecond later, you pass out. Wake up. But when it happens to you and you're on the ground, you think that you've been asleep for a day. You have I would have full on dreams
How
from
often were you
start to
doing this?
finish. It was what we did, bro. We didn't have a lot to do.
Roanoke,
and then you would
wherever the
wake
hell you're
up. You would wake up, and all your friends would be standing over you, just going like, ah!
You literally like the Talk to Me movie. We're like, who would do this? Like, that's you and your friends.
There's gotta be.
All right, look, we didn't do that, but there was this fucking kid. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he's alive, but he's this fat asshole named Caleb in middle school who, I hope he's watching. I hope he's watching. Maybe he's a good guy now. But at the time, he was like held back 6'5", 400. I'm not even exaggerating. And we're like little kids. We're like 6th grade, and this kid's like 18 in 6th grade, right? And he would come up behind you. You'd be sitting at in the breakfast table in the morning right before, you get to school early, but like we have 20 minutes before you get to class, you go sit in the breakfast area. He'd come behind you and put you in a fucking chokehold,
Okay.
and just knock you out. Like he wouldn't stop. Like he would do it, and you'd be like tapping out, and then once you would pass out, he'd let you go, and your fucking head would hit the table. And he just I probably did it to me 2 or 3 times. He just Matt, my cousin,
Joe,
like 6 times.
Joe, that means that wasn't you were just getting bullied.
Yeah. But he was
You
so
got
big,
bullied
you
as a
couldn't-
kid?
Oh, dude, you couldn't do anything to this
I
guy.
never got bullied,
Oh,
bro.
no, dude, this guy, like you couldn't.
That means you were a loser.
So,
they
hold
only
up.
bully the losers.
I remember. So we were playing basketball at elementary school by Matt's house, my cousin.
How tall are you in elementary school? 5'8"?
I was, in elementary school. This is like 6th grade.
Look how tall you are.
I don't know. But anyways, I remember we were 6th grade. We're playing basketball.
I remember.
At my friend or my cousin's house, right? And that Caleb dude got in a fight with like one of the kids at the school, and his older brothers came out. Anyway, like 6 people came to jump this dude behind the school, and we happened to like be there to watch it. So we're like, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm not even exaggerating. This dude took on 6 guys and like kind of won. Like he knocked 2 of them out. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I did get bullied, but like you couldn't do anything to this guy. He was taller than I am now, 350 to 400 pounds, and like 8 years older than us.
You know what I would do?
What?
If people have been watching the podcast, they'll know.
Kick him in the nuts?
Full Nelson.
You couldn't full Nelson him, dude. He's
I'd
huge.
get him. I'd be flopping around.
I'm
on the
telling
back
you,
of him.
dude. So yeah, that was my experience with passing out. He'd pass
Bro,
out at the
I used to do
breakfast
so
table and
much. You want to hear some other dumb stuff I would do as a kid?
then hit me.
Okay, I would take. Do you see these scars? You know, I got these scars.
tattoos?
I have scars on my
Yeah.
arm. Okay, I would take mechanical pencil, and I would like click it out like one time, and I would just take like this, and you would just go
We
like
used to have
this,
with erasers.
and you would just keep going, and you would eventually break through your skin, and I would be able to like tattoo myself. And I started. You can only kind of see it. I was like, I'm gonna write my name. I'm gonna have my name in my arm. But I started writing my M, and then for some reason I started going backwards. So I did the M and then the A, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm writing my name backwards. So I have like an M and an A, but I would just go like this until you bleed. I mean, I almost got lead poisoning.
No, but
It's lead going in my bro. I was breaking the skin.
yeah, that's some like school shooter vibe stuff.
What?
I wouldn't have been your friend in elementary school.
how about-
we did the erasers though? You ever have the big erasers and like
I
put it on
didn't
your
do
skin?
that.
Oh, it takes your skin off real quick.
Did you
It,
use
like burns?
Did you take pencils and smash them against your head?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Break pencils.
And then you just some kid like beatbox in the back of the class with a little pencil tap.
When I would go into convenience stores and stuff, you know those big chests of.
Steal things.
I did have a klepto phase
Did
when
you?
I was younger.
I never stole. I remember when I was like really young, I went to a gas station with my dad, and I put gum in my pocket on accident. And I fucking was convinced.
Wait,
for,
how did
like-
you put? Oh, okay.
Like I picked up a pack of
yeah.
gum, and then I put it in my pocket, and I went and grabbed like a soda, and we checked out, and when I got in the car, I'm like, oh my God. And I was young enough, like I didn't tell my dad, but like I For sure. For like a solid 3 days after that, I was like waiting for cops to show up everywhere I went. I was like, they're going to find out.
I stole Flintstone vitamins one time from CVS, and then when I got in the car, I was like licking my lips, and my stepmom was like, what's going on? I was like, nothing. And then she's like, what did you just eat? And I was like, nothing. She's like, what did you just eat? I showed her. She made me go back in, and I had to tell the person.
Did you pay for it?
No, they said they let me go. They didn't call the cops. I was like 7.
Yeah, as a kid, I think everything was a huge deal. Now, in hindsight, like nowadays, 2023, you can go steal fucking half a convenience store and they can't do shit to you.
Well,
walk into fucking Nike and steal
convenience
all the shoes
stores. I would go in those big ice chests that would have,
Yeah.
with all the drinks and stuff. I would have conversation with my friend who could just stick their arm in it and just who could hold their arm the
ice
longest.
water?
Yeah. I mean, I thought I got hypothermia at one point.
Y'all were very bored. Y'all did more stupid stuff than we did.
Did I ever tell you? Have I ever told you the time that I got with masturbating in class?
You were masturbating in class?
That's where the story goes.
All right.
Have I told you? You want to hear the story?
I haven't heard that one.
This is a good story.
All right.
You guys ready for a good story? I have so many of these, Joe. I have so
I
many.
masturbate in class every day.
Okay. So we are in high school. Okay. High school math class. Teacher, Miss Sprinkles was her name.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Mrs. Sprinkles.
Nah.
Mrs. Sprinkles.
Okay.
Real name. Okay. So I was in class, my buddy Wes. His name's Wes Dowler, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're in this class, and we were talking about movies that we just saw, right? So we had just met, I just seen Meet the Fockers, where the baby, is that the one with the baby?
Yeah.
No, that's the other one, Little Fockers.
No, that's Meet the Fockers.
Okay, so they had the
first
baby.
one's Meet the Parent. Meet the Parents?
Yeah, Meet the Parents. So, in that movie, they're teaching the baby about different ways. Sign language, right? And how do you poop in sign language? Boom, right there, okay? So, now this story gets wild, bro. So I'm like, for some reason, I guess with my guy friends in high school, I would let them know when I needed to go sit down on the toilet.
Yeah.
Which now I do that if it's dark and just to rest. But so I was like, I gotta go take a shit, right? Went to obviously you get the giant like handle thing, whatever. I go to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. I come back from the bathroom, handle my business, and my buddy Wes, as I'm walking in, he's like confirming that I poop, and he's like, and I go just like this. Okay. Class goes on. Class is normal. Later in the day, I get called to the principal's office. Okay, Miss Whitlow. I think she's the assistant principal. Now, I've been there a million times. So, like, I'm friends with him at this point. I'm always getting in trouble. I was a little goofer, okay? I go in there, and she goes, and I was like, hey, Miss Whitlow, like, what did I do this time, right? She goes, Max, I'm gonna have to give you, I'm gonna have to suspend you. And I said, what? She's like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to suspend you. And I said, what are you talking about? She goes, Max, you can't be masturbating in the bathroom. And I said, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? She's like, Miss Sprinkles said that you walked in from class afterwards and were going like this when you walked in to let everyone in the class know that you just masturbated in the bathroom. And I said, oh my God, I can explain this. I had to have her and the teacher come in, and I had to explain to them that this meant going poop, right? That I was not I was like, first of all, I did it one time, okay? And if I was masturbating, there's no world that would have been enough. So I explained it to them. They let me go. Here's the kicker to the story, though. For the rest of the semester, rest of the year, Miss Sprinkle never let me go to the bathroom again.
Here's the kicker. I actually did masturbate in the bathroom. They didn't find out.
Oh, my God, bro. Man, being a kid's...
What?
Oh, I think my phone just fell on my toe, my foot. I thought Senna dropped a bone on my foot.
Your phone's over here.
Oh, man, dude. Funny stories, funny times. Getting old's weird. All sorts of stuff. Completely twisting thing. Dude, this podcast went 0 to 100.
I'm not fucking with you. I really do feel really sick. So
I don't care.
I'm not telling you. I'm just saying this is probably not a good example of our banter because I'm just out of it right now.
I have no expectations of this podcast, Joe. People either love it or they hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know why some episodes with just you do better or worse than other ones, because I'm like, if one episode with Joe gets 45,000
when you
views.
post it and like
They go
what the title is. No, but like depending on the week, like this one's going live on the 1st. No one's watching that. They're all hungover and shit.
Not everyone has to have alcohol to have fun, Joe.
Most of them do. Mostly.
This episode's going to do really well. I don't even know what I'm going to title it.
All right. Masturbating in the bathroom.
No, I don't know if that's good for the algorithm.
Masturbating in school. What's the craziest place you ever masturbated?
Your mom's house?
Whew. Dude, did you see my story yesterday? That was solid.
That was rude. That was rude.
Good.
Okay, Joe, switching
Deborah
topics.
makes the best bread, honestly. I'm not even like talking
My
shit.
mom
Your
does
mom's
make
bread is
Yeah.
I already ate half the loaf.
Your mom's buttered my bread before.
All right, continue.
You never asked why I was wearing this button down.
You always wear the button down.
To podcast with you?
You do look more nice than normal right now.
Now, Joe, what do you notice about this button down?
It's tan
Okay, keep going.
and blue.
Keep going.
Buttons?
No, keep going.
Ever forward.
It's ever forward.
I figured that was a given.
Okay.
Yeah.
I filmed a video today that went up yesterday that talks about that I, at least for 2024 for sure, shutting down Ever Forward.
It's done?
It's done. I'm doing a big sale, which, by the way, 66% off.
Why 66?
Because it was 65 and I added an extra one.
Go 69.
No, because then the people who bought yesterday at 66 are going to be pissed at 69.
Should be 69.
Do you think I should do a different code for
Should
them?
69% off, $4.20 shipping
No.
for the boys.
66% off code goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm shutting it down.
Hey,
I'm
can y'all not
I'm shutting
plan
it
here?
down. What do you think about me shutting down Ever Forward?
And you can confirm this, I called this like 2 years ago.
No.
Yes, 100%. I said Everforward's dead. The minute that you launched Sour Strips, I was like,
you did
yes,
not.
I did.
No, you did
yes,
not.
I did.
We had
100%.
we had
and Shane were working out at old Alpha Land before it was open, right around the same time that you made that stupid bet with fucking crypto that you owe us a bunch of money for. And we both were like, Everforward's done. The minute that Sour Strips got into the first gas station, we're like, Everforward's, that's it. That's the end of this. And you were like, no, I'm always going to, like, Everforward's my baby.
Why?
It's my baby.
So what do you think about it? Do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
Why?
J. Crew existed. We're good.
Okay, but
I think you got too much going on with Sour Strips to really have two companies, at least to the point that you need to. Like, I think if you want to put on autopilot, you're probably good. But if you want it to grow, like if you want it to be a successful clothing line, and it's such a competitive fucking field, and there's all these other guys that are doing the same shit, like I think you'd have to put way more time into it, into the designs and ordering and planning it out, and like I don't even think that's what you want to do anymore.
yeah,
You had a good run. Was it 7 years?
Yeah.
That's great. Fuel Force only lived for 2 years.
15,
dude.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 29.
9 years. Fuel Force. Fun fact: Fuel Force. Actually, I was going over tax stuff. I sold $80,000 in t-shirts. I feel like that's a lot higher than I thought I did. Oh,
Yeah.
and hats and keychains. But yeah, Fuel Force did $80,000 in sales in 2 years.
What's wrong with your dog?
She's bored. That's what she does when she gets bored. She's kind of
Yeah,
She's
but
trying to tell you she's bored.
okay, then how do you see all these people with multiple businesses and stuff?
They ain't running them. Or they're just not doing that well. I mean, you could run it. I think you could keep EF alive forever. I just think Sour Strips is your baby. That's the one that's going to make all the money, and EF's just going to be like a passion project for fun. There's no world that EF makes more money than Sour Strips anymore at this point.
No.
You would have to shut down Sour Strips and only do EF, and even at that point, like, yeah.
I felt kind of like I feel like I was letting people down when I gave up on it, or when I now, because I feel like I'm giving up on it.
No,
when
just
in
because
reality,
that's Sour Strips.
the proof is in the pudding. It's like on a business level,
Yeah.
why would I do Ever Forward, right? But I don't know.
That's opening a lot of doors, though, dude. Some company out there is going to fucking pick you up. Some YouTuber,
What?
J. Crew of the world. I'm like, if now you're a free agent to promote dress wear, like that's all you wear. You're about to make a lot more money, honestly.
Okay.
You might make more money pushing somebody else's button ups than yours.
I
Button downs,
thought
button
about
up,
that.
button up,
Now
button down.
I was like,
Send up.
I feel like at this age, I mean, and this is weird because like people at older ages, I mean, look at like Jay Cutler is in his 50s, 60s, and he's with Young LA. You got the Noel, the big bodybuilder guy. He's an older guy. What I'm saying is like older people, although slow and dangerous behind the wheel. No, they like I guess I thought as a 34, I'm like, oh, I can't be pushing clothing codes anymore.
Dress wear.
Yeah, but okay, here's...
Look at who's the little guy that does hair product stuff?
Aaron Marino?
Yeah. He's like 50, 40 something.
He owns all of them.
How old is he?
I don't know.
I'm saying he's pushing like other people's stuff too. I don't think there's a problem with it. I think it's weird if you're 40 promoting young LA. Yeah, that's a little fucking weird. Like that's not your target.
Why is that weird?
Because it's not no 40-year-old out there is wearing fucking young LA. No respectable 45-year-old dude's rolling around in fucking tank tops with his broccoli hair and shit. It ain't happening. So it's a little weird when like a 50-year-old dude's promoting it. I agree on that front. Okay. But if you at 50 are promoting J. Crew or like Nordstrom's or something, I don't know. I don't have an issue with that. That's fine.
I mean, technically, I could have promoted it the entire time because I own the company. So I'm like, I could decide. I own Ever Forward. It's not like I like had a non-compete.
It'd be weird if you were like, hey guys, go use my code on these button downs, but I also sell some on my store.
Do you think
you wouldn't promote Sour Patch, whatever
drinks and stuff?
Huh?
Like Ghost drinks?
Yeah, but that's Ghost. I'm saying that opens you up now. You're a free agent for clothing.
But do you think I should feel any type of way of I had a clothing company? Now I no longer have a clothing company. And now, like, what am I going to say to about some other clothing company? Guys, this is so good. I mean, it's not as good as Ever Forward.
People do all the time. It's all these goddamn influencers too. You've done it. Everyone's fucking done it.
What have I done?
It's just part of it. If I go back, how long you been doing YouTube? 7 years. I can find at
a decade,
some point in the last decade, you have pushed something and then pushed something else from a similar brand shortly after. Whoever's paying is the I'll find it, dude. Don't worry. I'll find it and put it on here.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Huh.
when someone, and I don't know why it bothers me, and it's like maybe it shouldn't, but when someone, and it happens all the time, when someone is with company A for whatever amount of time, could be short, could be long. That's what she said. No. And then they go to a competitive company. They're like, guys, I had a good run. I'm leaving this company for whatever reason, XYZ. And it's like 1 week later, hey guys, I am so proud to announce that I am with this company. And you thought that company A's shit was good. Ha! Company B poops on that. And then the cycle continues in the future. You thought company B was good.
Whoever's paying you the most money has got the best product.
I mean this with all my conviction.
Yeah.
Now,
You've done it.
I just re-signed with Ghost for another 2 years.
Yeah.
But if Ghost, for any reason, I'll put this out there. If Ghost, for whatever reason, was like, Max, get out of here. You're done. I would not sign to any other supplement company for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I would
you're on your way out.
What?
7 years ago, if Ghost would have left you, you probably would have signed with somebody else. If you're in the height of your fitness career, you would sign with somebody else.
I don't know.
You would.
I think it feels weird.
Even then, it's if you're being paid. Here's my thing, right? I am not being paid by Porsche. I just love the brand. I just like the stock.
You're a simp for them. I just like the stock.
Yeah. But like, I would argue that any influencer that has been promoting any brand, in you included, like you're being paid to promote that brand. I think people need to understand that. Like people need to understand that like maybe you don't. In your case, you really do use Ghost products, yes?
Yep.
But
all day, every day.
But you're being paid to use them.
Yeah, you have such a problem with that, of me saying it's good and getting paid
I
by
think
it.
my issue is if you say, these are the best greens on the market, got to go buy these, use the code. If I did a blind taste test with you with 17 different greens companies, you couldn't pick that one out.
I mean,
bullshit.
Ghost greens,
maybe.
I've had some of the shittiest greens ever, and then Ghost has mastered them.
I'm just saying that like any influencer at some level is kind of full of shit on these because like they're getting paid. You can't trust any of them, dude. Girls are the worst with fucking leggings. I've heard the same girl influencer say that X leggings are the best leggings 32 fucking times with 32 different companies. This company got the best leggings a week later. Actually, this company, I was wrong. Actually, this one, use my code. And it's like, which one's the best? You keep fucking, what are you doing
So would people be so, because I've never swapped on brands. I've never.
I bet you have.
I mean, maybe I went from like one meal prep company to like promoting another one, but I'm talking about like
that. Okay, yeah,
that's not really in the same realm.
I have a big problem as well with like people that I know aren't using the fucking products.
That would be annoying.
Like when I see these fucking girls that are like, use my code for NordVPN. I'm like, bitch, you ain't using fucking NordVPN. Like you can barely turn your laptop on. You're surfing the web on your iPad. You're not using Nord.
Rob Lipset.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if this is a dick.
Nord reached out to me all the time.
No,
they try to get me like every other fucking week.
Rob on his podcast has been, I shouldn't even be saying that.
It's fine. No
he's promoting Oracle. And I'm like,
Yeah, Rob ain't using fucking
I'm
Oracle.
like, Rob, what are you doing?
Rob's on Shopify trying to figure out how to set up a product. He's not fucking setting up Oracle products.
I hope Rob listens to this, dude. But
I feel like he wouldn't take offense to that either.
He's done a bunch of Oracle like ERP system. I'm like,
yeah,
I should be doing it because I'm implementing.
I know. That's like, I think if you're going to promote something, you should at least use the
Okay,
product.
I agree. Okay, but the whole flip-flopping from brand.
up.
Okay.
I can say this now because I'm not under a contract. I am guilty of this. I was shelling out fucking Cove speakers left and right for like a year.
They're nice
I made
speakers.
a lot of... No, they're not. Bullshit. Sonos, way nicer. Now that I'm not being paid, Sonos, like anyone that says the Cove audio speaker is just as good as a Sonos speaker is full of shit. And I said that.
Just because,
I said it in my video.
because they're not the same level of quality.
No, but I would never
price
recommend
point.
it. I would never recommend it. I would never recommend that speaker.
I think it's the Cove speaker, the one I've known promoing forever, but the one that twists off and has two. Ask Taylor. I've brought that speaker
because you got it for free.
but
JBL makes a very similar one. I bet it's better.
I don't know that it exists.
I know because you're paid.
But
to know the Cove
I
one
took it to
exists.
Tulum or I took it to Cancun with us,
I'm not
and it's a
disputing
nice
that.
speaker.
Yeah, sure. But because you got it for free and they're paying you to say that.
Oh my God, you're such a cynical
I'm
person.
saying I did it.
Just because
I
someone
used to
got
have a YouTube
paid.
channel and I said these things. I was paid to say things, and I am 100% transparent enough to tell people that I was paid to say things.
I think it's wild that people, if you get paid, it's almost like your opinion on it is invalid.
I think a
Years
little bit.
ago, I was working with a supplement company that started with a Q. They came out with a pumpkin protein bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I have never talked about pumpkin anything on my channel. I got that. It was limited time. Okay. And when I had it, I was like, damn, this is really good. And this, before I film a YouTube video, I'm like, wow, this is really good. Like, I really like this pumpkin pie, whatever bar. And I remember telling people on YouTube, and that was the first time I got comments like that. They're like, oh my God, you've never talked about pumpkin ever. And all of a sudden you love pumpkin. You're a sellout. I'm like, so if I get paid, I can't just like something.
You can, but you need to disclose that you're paid to also like it.
Yeah.
Unless you see me promoting, which that wasn't a thing then. This is like in the last 2 years, it's now like you need to say it was paid. When we first started, I mean, I'm after you, but like when you and Christian first started YouTube, like there was no fucking disclaimers. You were getting promoted to say shit. And you never had to say I'm being paid to say that. Now you're supposed to like say you're being paid to promote something.
Dude, there's still stuff. I was watching.
That didn't start for a while.
The most recent episode, I buy all of them. I buy the most recent episode of Shark Tank. Okay,
Yeah.
Every now and then, in between Shark Tank pitches, they'll do like a recap of like someone's brand, and they were recapping. I don't know what this person was selling, something. But in the middle of the, like, I can spot this. In the middle of it, they went on a whole thing saying how like and like just recently, we went and toured Shopify's facility, and then they used the word Shopify of how much Shopify helps their business 14 times.
Yeah.
But they never said anything. I'm like, that is a
Yeah, that's paid.
Shark Tank
100%,
got a
yeah.
paid promo.
I don't know what the laws on that are, but
On Shark Tank, I've seen them literally go. I've seen Damon Johnson go like, "Oh man, this is so cool. Hold on," and I swear this is the funniest thing ever. He goes, "Hold on." Let me take a photo on my Samsung, like my thing right here with
Yeah.
this great camera quality. I was like,
it's paid placement, dude.
that's wild.
If you see me promoting Apple, Porsche, Starbucks, you can assume that I'm not lying. Those are good. I'm not being paid. That's fine. Anything else I'm promoting, they're paying me to say that. It sucks. Don't worry about it. If you ever see me in front of a Dunkin' Donuts on my fucking YouTube channel, like this is actually much better than Starbucks, don't fucking believe anything I say, dude. Honestly, block me at that moment.
I got paid one time to eat mac and cheese,
I should have been me. I eat mac and cheese every fucking day.
and I really liked that mac and cheese.
Was it Stouffer's? You don't like Stouffer's.
I can't
No
say
one
the
likes Stouffer's
brand.
mac and cheese.
I don't know if I can. I probably can say the brand.
Velveeta and Kraft are way better.
I
That's a
was-
good example. No one would pick Stouffer's mac and cheese over Velveeta and Kraft mac and cheese unless they were paid to do so. These are my problems. This is what's going on in my head when I see these things.
We got way off tangent here.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I left a company, I would never go. You said I'm on my way out, which is honestly that's a good
I don't
understanding.
think you're on your way out. I just don't think that you're a big fitness YouTuber anymore. So it didn't make any sense for you to be tied to a protein.
Okay, well we got on a big tangent there.
Yeah.
But the whole point was, do you think if I all of a sudden start promoting any clothing and start saying how good it is,
Yeah, hold on.
like, okay.
I think that I would actually take your advice more seriously If I knew that you owned your own company and because you created another company that's way better, you decided not to do that anymore. Now I'm actually like, what is the replacement to EF? Like, what do you believe is good enough quality that it fucking replaces your brand? I would take your advice even better at that point. Because it's not like you're shutting down EF because it failed. Like, you just don't have time to do it. It doesn't make any sense to spend your time on that when you have this behemoth of a thing.
I got an extension question here. Huh. You can't put your hand over it. It's fake illumination, Joe.
Have fun with that one, dude.
Oh my God.
You want to mark that time code so you know when that's going to happen?
Damn it. Okay, here's an extension of that. I think that our friend David had a beast. His a lot of I'm wearing his Edge jeans right now. I've been every time you see me wear black jeans are those Edge ones. I think they're excellent. I think a lot of the stuff that he makes, especially in the casual stuff, is great. There's some stuff I obviously don't like, but there's a lot that I do like. Same with any of my friends' companies, right? What do you think about? I've always felt weird about it. What do you think if I got a code from one of my friends' companies? Like, what if Christian was like, "I'll give you a fucking code, dude. Promote Outfleet."
That's fine, dude.
I would feel weird.
I have a code
because then I feel like
I forgot to promote my code.
What code?
For the only company I like out of all of our friends. Anabar.
Oh, you have an Anabar code.
Yeah, JKB gets 10% off, I think. They made me a code because they give me a bunch of that's the only product out of our friends. I eat a lot of sour strips and I eat a lot of Anabars like every fucking morning. It's actually good.
I don't know if I like the idea of making money from my friend. I feel like I'm like sucking on the teat.
Yeah, no, I don't think
like
I'm
Christian has
money.
never paid me $1.
Yeah,
and I would never. He's offered me a code 1,000,000 times. He's like even with Ever Forward, he's like, you can have a code. Have a code.
I feel like you should support your friends' companies because you want to support your friends, not because you want to make money.
Why do you have a code on Anabar?
I don't think I get paid. I just have a code.
That doesn't make any sense.
I never discussed getting paid with it or whatever.
If anything, they would want you to promote it.
Okay.
They would want you to promote.
I know I never promoted it. That's the first time I've ever said anything about my code. It might not even exist anymore.
Do you think I should get a code with? Because again,
Edge?
Because here's the thing, right? Obviously, I'm going to wear clothes. I'm going to start wearing. Eventually, I'm going to stop wearing. Not I'm going to stop wearing Ever Forward, but like I want to get new. I don't want to wear the same 7 T-shirts.
So is EF?
No,
I'm sorry, but you got to clarify this because this is the first time I'm hearing of this. So you at one point talked about like slowing EF down and potentially maybe doing like limited runs. Is that still a potential, or like you're shutting the doors and it's?
I'm having this giant sale, and then in 2024, depending how much I sell in the sale, I might, if there's doesn't make sense, I might donate the rest of the clothes or something. And then I have the backpacks that I have to launch in like March.
Yeah.
But other than those backpacks, just because they were supposed to launch and they're on the way, no launches.
What do you think about, which I already told you about this, I think you should do that. Now you have more than enough warehouse space to do it in-house. Why don't you just do like very limited run EF products?
Because
like do one backpack, one briefcase,
If you got into my brain on a daily basis, which would be really annoying, not you and my brain, but my brain, I cannot think of anything else. I've learned, I came to this conclusion. I think I can manage 3 things in my life, or at least business-wise.
Yeah.
I have Ever Forward, social media Maxx, and sour strips. I have to pick 2. I cannot spend, bro. With Ever Forward, I had an entire agency in Canada that would create the collections for me, designs for me, pick the colors, talk with the manufacturers, order it, everything. And all I had to do is approve samples, say yes or no, and have like once a week a 30-minute meeting. And I kept slipping on meetings, need to push this back. Samples that I got 4 weeks ago are still sitting in the bags because any part of my brain cannot, I just think about sour strips.
And shut it down. That's it.
Okay, so here's okay, back to the thing before you rudely interrupted me.
Sorry.
So obviously I'm going to want to get different clothes because I don't want to wear, although I love Ever Forward, I don't want to wear like the same 7 items that I have.
What is your replacement?
Well, I'm getting to that. So do I either go buy, I actually really enjoying, I always thought Zara was like really crappy.
Yeah.
I really like a lot of Zara stuff.
I haven't been in a long time, but it used
I'm
to
like
be
late to the
pretty
game,
shit.
but I think H&M is like the cheaper Zara.
I think Zara's right there.
I think Zara's pretty nice. I really enjoy.
I've started, I don't want to sound like a fucking elitist here, but I've started actually buying nice stuff for myself because I've always just like, I wear Vans fucking t-shirts and that's all I wear. Recently, I've started buying I bought a pair of like Page jeans.
I don't know what that is.
Really nice jeans.
Dude, these Edge jeans.
See, like these are like $300 a pair.
That's stupid.
I said the same thing, but then like everyone compliments me on them. They're like really nice. They're comfy. I've worn them probably like 30 times. They're not.
They're like, damn, Joe, your dick bulge is so small in those jeans.
No, extra big, dude. They added a cup in there to make it. Yeah, I've started buying myself nicer clothing items. Like I finally bought myself a nice black button up that was like
I have been trying to give you an Ever Forward button down.
I know. I'm just saying that like I've started realizing that
years.
like I always thought it was really stupid to spend a lot of money on clothes, and now I think it depends what it is. I think if you're buying a fucking designer T-shirt for $1,000, that's stupid. But I have started realizing that like the $150 button up at J. Crew actually is a nicer button up than a $20 at Zara. Like it has actually a different fundamental thing.
This Ever Forward button down is, as someone who's worn a million button downs, Brooks Brothers from the Red Fleece line, freaking Vineyard Vines, Ralph Lauren. I am telling you that these Ever Forward button downs are superior. They're
okay, so when that's sold out, what's your recommendation? EF doesn't exist. Max, I need a button up.
Well, here's where I'm going.
Down.
You keep
button up, button down.
I'll tell you the difference. Do you know the difference?
No, I thought they're the same thing.
They're not. A button down has buttons on the collar. A button up does not have buttons on the collar.
So that's a button down.
This is a button down.
Gotcha.
Not a button up.
Okay.
You can't button down a button up. You can't triple stamp a double stamp.
All right.
Okay, stop distracting me. So, I'm gonna need new clothes. Two options. Do I go with outsider brands, not supporting my friends, but like, hey, I want this other stuff? Or am I such a good friend that I go, I'm gonna support my brands through and through, my friends' brands through and through, assuming they make the stuff that I want to have. If I want a leather jacket, they don't make leather jackets, I'm gonna go buy somewhere else. So I think I would choose my friends. Like if David from How to Beast or Edge Clothing or Christian or whatever makes, a hoodie or jeans or something that isn't maybe some loud thing, whatever, I'll support them. Now, in that aspect, do I start getting a code from them? I don't need their money. I don't want their money. Yeah, I'm not going to get a code.
Then it becomes a job again. Now it's stressful and shit.
Well, no, I wouldn't have any obligations. I'd be like, you ain't telling me what to do.
I wouldn't get a code.
No code.
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about it. Then you never have to worry about that awkward like text from David in the middle of the night. Like, hey, I just watched your last video. Why are you not wearing an Edge hoodie? Not that he's the kind of guy to do that, but
can you give me my payout?
Yeah.
My
I feel like the
late.
code makes it weird because then it's like now you're tied to it. We're like, or I think you can have a code, just don't get paid.
Didn't you have a code with Alphalete? I think I'm the only person in history that's never had a code with Alphalete.
No, I never had a code with Alphalete.
You liar.
I think at one point when I started my YouTube channel, Christian made me a code, but I have never once pushed it or made any money from Alphalete. I made a lot of money on their website stuff, but I've never got paid as an affiliate for Alphalete. No, I've actually never worked with how long have I been doing YouTube now? 5 years?
I mean, collectively, probably about 6 months if you total up.
Yeah, but like since I started my first, I think 5 years, I've only been paid by I'm assuming I can say that, like Cove Audio.
The poster.
Displates. That was probably my most lucrative one.
Exhausts.
Yeah, but that was just like they gave me free items in exchange for making a video on them like that. Like the only payments I ever got with Displate and Cove. I think that's it.
That sounds like you're a shitty influencer.
Oh, dude, my contact@joeknowsbest.com email is full of fucking, even to this day. I don't make videos anymore. I'm not messing with you. I probably have 200 unread emails that are companies that are like, want to send me something or want to pay me to do something.
It's not full, dude.
It is. I still get good views, dude.
To kind of wrap up, I mean, really everything. If I had other topics, but the clothing thing, I actually sent. So I'm definitely gonna. I always support my friends. I try to either buy their clothes, wear their clothes. I mean, Christian's type of guy. I wanted some baggy sweatpants. This is how Christian is. I'm sure he's done the same thing to you. I love my Ever Forward joggers, honestly, but I love joggers. Like when I'm after the shower at nighttime, I want like really
parachute pants.
Yeah, like a big open, because my leg's kind of wet and then it's like sticks to my leg. Yeah. I want big baggy sweats with like big gaping holes at the bottom for their legs to go through. Nice. Anyway, he's got some up there, and I was like, Christian, bro, I don't know if this is a dick. I could just bought them, I guess, but I'm like, hey, Christian, like, dude, like, can you give me a code? Because I do that for all my friends. Like, if they want something, I'm like, here's a code for free. And I'm like, Christian, can I have a code? I want to get some sweatpants. And Taylor might want to get a few items. Send me a code for like $3,000.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, Christian, I wanted 2 sweatpants and a...
maybe this makes me a good guy. I was playing basketball with Christian, and I was wearing like a fucking torn up Lululemon shirt, and he's like, bro, get the Alphalete ones. And I was like, whatever, didn't think anything of it. And that day, Christian texted me a code that has like $3,500 on it. And I I went and ordered the 2 things he told me, and I left the rest. And I didn't know, like, am I supposed to use, is it disrespectful to not use the whole thing? Like, am I supposed to go buy everything? 'Cause I ordered 2 things with that code, and I think it still exists.
No,
it's still like $3,000 on it.
This is still a better strategy than what he used to do before, because he used to send me a screenshot with every item, and he'd be like, use your phone and like circle the items you want and send it back to whoever, and they would make the order. So I'd pick out, I don't know, whatever I wanted, but he would just ignore what I circled and just send me everything. And he would send me these stuff, and then I'd have to end up donating the clothes. And I'm like, because I can't wear, I'm like, and he have launches every 2 weeks. But anyway, okay, I digress. Support the friends, but I've been I feel like it's something that I want to do, but I don't actually think I'm going to do it. I sent Taylor this like TikTok the other day. This guy kind of like wearing like a sport jacket with like a button down and like slacks. And I was like, I think I want to, because no one else is doing it. I think I want to be the guy, the cool dressing guy. Like when we go to lunch or something, I'm dressing in. Like, I'm having like a sports jacket, some loafers, and you're looking like a slob in your Vans t-shirt.
I would like to dress nice too, but when you say no one else is doing that, you mean like in our little friend group?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it might seem out. It might be like, dude, he's what? Everyone's gonna be like, oh, why is he dressed so fancy? Blah. But it's like, just give it some time.
So catch on.
Give it some time. And then it's gonna be like, dude, Maxx always dresses so fly.
It's fucking sick. I'm cool with that. I've always wanted to. I don't know why, but in my head, I think like long coats or like luxurious, like a tan.
Taylor got me one so nice, but then we had to get it tailored. But then they made it too small. Now I have to get
What's it called?
I have to get a pea coat.
Pea coat, yeah.
Not to be confused with a trench coat. And then there's the in between called a pea trench. Great jacket. Pea trench. It's like a pea coat and a trench coat. Fucked.
It's not that I want to dress like this. It's just so easy, dude.
Yeah.
I wake up, I throw on a pair of shorts, I grab one of 10 black shirts in my closet, and I go to work, and I work out, and then I take a shower, and then I wear a nice Lulu shirt to go to bed, and then that's it. I wake up and do it again.
I wear whatever I'm going to wear to like work out at the end of the day, like joggers and a t-shirt, and then something. But then like on Wednesdays, if I know I'm going to not work out, I'll wear like a slub tee, a bomber jacket, and jeans, and everyone at the office is like, "Whoa, Matt! Like, what are you dressed?" I'm telling you, they make comments about it. They make comments about it.
Our boss is so cool.
But I'm like, I should come, like, is it lazy?
You already dress nice. We go to dinner and stuff, you're always dressed up.
Yeah, but listen, thank you, dude. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Yeah, but like, would you think it's weird if I brought clothes for the gym and then came to my company at my office where I'm the boss and I dressed in like if I dressed like this to then get to 4 o'clock and then change into gym attire? Would you be like, why are you doing that? When you see no one, Maxx?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But
I'd make fun of you for sure.
But I feel like you gotta start.
I don't know. I always thought it was kind of a flex to the opposite.
That's true. That's another
like
angle.
I go to like, I've had multiple times where like I go to like very, very, very nice steakhouses in athletic shorts and a t-shirt. And sometimes I've had them be like, sir, you're not really up to dress code. And I'll just be like, oh, okay. And then 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, it's okay. And they'll like put me in the back somewhere.
For my anniversary with Taylor, 2-year anniversary, I got her. By the way, this is something that she mentioned like 2 years ago, and I wrote it in my phone. It's a Gucci mini Diana bag. Beautiful. I walked into the Gucci store. I mean, I got my boot on. I got an NMD joggers and a Sour Strips t-shirt. And I'm sure they were like, who is this guy? Actually, they recognized Sour Strips. And anyway, they actually did. I brought them Sour Strips. Mm-hmm. I'm cool with Gucci. But like you walk in there and they don't really pay much mind, but then you're like, I want to buy this expensive thing. And they're like, whoa, oh, hey, you're super nice. And then my card I had to call. I spent 20 minutes on the phone.
I'm the kind of guy that like, I think that a Rolex and a sick car can make up for what I'm like. I think I can pull up to a restaurant, and if I have a nice watch on and a sick car, it don't matter what the fuck I'm wearing, they're going to let me in there. I'm going to eat in there. No one said anything. Like, I don't know. I almost think it's more of a flex than it is to like dress really nicely. I don't know. That's a hard one. What do you think I would like to dress nice though. It sounds cool in theory.
Random. This is just super random. Is there a tier of car that if you went to a nice restaurant, but you were in a very, let's say an old crappy car, is there a threshold for what you'll valet? Because you don't want the valet people to be like, why is this guy have a crappy car?
What I would valet?
Like, would you valet your Buick? Or would you just go park in the parking lot? Do you only valet nice cars?
No, I mean, I think I valet out of ease. Like, I'm not valeting because I want my car up front, unless it's like, if it's the Porsche or whatever, like I don't want it in the back of the fucking lot. Like, not because I want people to see it, I just don't want someone to scratch it or whatever.
I think Bro,
I don't
actually,
ever valet because I want my car up front. I valet because I don't feel like parking in the garage and walking all the way down here.
if there is a spot you can walk from that spot to the restaurant you want to go to.
I don't valet.
See, I like that. I think sometimes in my head, I'm like, oh, if I see a spot, that means I'm like a brokey because I don't want to spend the $20 to like, because I feel like valet is kind of like, here's my keys. Let me go in a restaurant.
Like the Italian place, Copa, that we went to. There's no fucking parking. Like, if you don't valet, you're walking 10 minutes down an elevator and all kinds of shit. Like, it's not worth it. I'd rather spend $10
for our wedding.
Doing valet?
They had an option for valet for the cars, but the parking lot is 10 feet from the entrance. The parking lot is in the center of everything.
I'm just imagining Mose from The Office, like taking all the cars, like
and
jumping on
the keys and stuff.
Putting them in a cornfield somewhere.
All right, dude.
Yeah.
I'm wrapping this up.
That was it?
Yeah, because I have to edit these, and I'd rather just make it.
Senna's getting bored.
Yeah, she's getting bored. Probably took a shit somewhere in this building.
Senna does not poop inside.
First episode of 2024, off to a bang. What does Don't Be Sour look like for? Do you think I'm gonna keep this going? Do you think we're gonna keep filming episodes the whole year?
I would like to. I think this is. Like I said, dude. I'm feeling worse by the minute here. Trying to hold on. For
the next one we do of just you and me. I want you to run it. You did it one time.
Next week?
No, in a bit.
Are we doing one with Christian? Is that next?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do one I'm gonna do an episode where I film with two girls, Taylor and Sydney, and ask them girl questions. It'd be hilarious. I'm gonna film one with you, me, and Christian. One pod. Yeah. Then I got me and my brother. But next episode we do, I want you to bring. You did it one time. I want you.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll host.
You can see how much.
It ain't that difficult.
It's pretty difficult. That will wrap up this amazing episode of Don't Be Sour. New episodes every Monday at 9 a.m. unless you do not get one. If you're on YouTube, make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for any sort of podcast streaming service. Give us a 5-star review. Don't know what it does, but I think it helps. Thank you so much for tuning in. Eat more sour strips.
Goodbye.
And never forward.
Happy New Year.
And Happy
you didn't
New
say
Year.
That. Bro, if I'm sick for New Year's, I'm going to be very upset.
We're going to get Mexican. Margarita.
Right now?
Taylor wants to do dry January.
Right now or for...
just in the near
future?
future.
Dry January.
Dry January. No alcohol.
Y'all alcoholics?
No.
Bro, anytime someone says they don't drink, alcoholic. No one just doesn't drink. I'll leave y'all with that.